morning. I'm here with Max. He is a German Shepherd puppy, 90 pounds, 8 to 9 months old. A friend of mine adopted him from one of the Tennessee shelters. And this is the morning of day 4. Um, he's staying with me for just 4 days. And in the 4 days, I have him walking nicely by my side, not through any force or anything like that. So what I want to focus on is when you get a dog, old, young, puppy, it doesn't matter, but of course puppies develop at a different age, and he certainly has. So he has a lot of little anxiety too. So what I did the first time he got here, he had to get out of the car properly because he just busts out of the car with her. But we even worked at the car when he first arrived. Then I brought him to where he needs to eliminate. Then I took him on a structured walk after he eliminated in my yard, and the structured pack walk with him. I did some drifting with the long line. I let him drift out, and I changed directions. And within him 5 different changes of direction, he came to my side. I am using a small prong collar, which is like a jaguar to me. It's not a correction collar. It's more of a communication. You do corrections in the future, but he is responding to pressure of the beauty of the prong collar. If worn properly, the prong collar is a fabulous tool. We use the tools necessary to do the job. The next thing, when we got back from the walk, of course, I offered him water, and then I showed him where he would be staying, which is a crate. It's important that he learns to be crate trained, so that he learns that he needs to be by himself, and he needs to get calm to come out of the crate. I think at this point, I did a little test. I think the dog probably was surrendered by the owner. This is a purebred German Shepherd. I think he was surrendered for destructive behavior. A lot of German Shepherds and a lot of dogs, when people smother them as a puppy and always are with them, and then they suddenly think the dog is house trained so I can give it freedom in the house. I would probably bet money that this dog did some destructive behavior in the house, and the humans did not care for that. They didn't realize that the way they were holding the dog and petting it when they got home, when the dog is in an excited state, all those things can create a dog to get anxious and build anxiety and not have a calm dog. So you can hear his little whining, which I know German Shepherds are known for that, but we don't have to bring that out in them. So I'll show you a little bit. So after I eliminate, go for a walk so the dog uh, bonds with you a little bit more. Then we showed the crate, water crate, and then coming and going out of the crate. The first night it took me 2 hours to get him out of the crate. I just had a book with me. I just took my time. He wasn't motivated by food whatsoever. So I just had to wait until that dog kept circling and getting calmer in the crate. And he's learned he doesn't get anything if he's excited digging at the crate door. I just read a book, get your computer, have a chair, spend time in front of the crate that the dog doesn't think every time you show up in front of that crate, it gets to, nope, down. It gets to come out, okay? Nope. So he knows how to go into a down. Good. So it's important, be ready, take the time. Now, this foundation for this dog, the real dog's not going to show up until 6 weeks to 2 months. So it's critical that when you get these dogs, it's not a rescue. You're adopting a dog that somebody didn't want based on something the dog did, I guarantee. This dog was not beaten, and once again, it was in a shelter. So every dog that's in a shelter, and people use the word rescue, and really it's an adoption, and I like it when people will surrender a dog and know it wasn't the right dog for them. It probably got too big or whatever. But don't keep a dog if it's not the right dog for you. But don't allow it to continue to build up poor behavior that humans don't like. When a dog rehearses behavior daily, that's programmed. So I'm going to let him only rehearse the behavior that the humans want in the house. So he's already gone on a walk, but he still has a lot of energy. So the next level from coming out of the crate, I did luring with his food. No food goes into a bowl. I fed him completely from my hand so that I become his resource of life, and I lead him to water. So they start focusing on you because you're the resource for food and water, and it makes you a really good teacher, guidance. The dog feels more safe with you. So I'll show you a little bit of the walk. So the luring is an important part of the foundation. The walk is critical for this dog. Doesn't have to be fast. I was saying the walk does not have to be fast. If you do become a runner, that's great. You can run with your dog. A little bit more. Okay. I don't know if you can see that I'm luring him over here. Yes. And then I marked it exactly where I like the head. So I got all that through luring. I'll do a little bit more. I don't know if you can see that he was digging into my empty hand. So that was really cool. So again, when you get a dog, take him where he's going to eliminate. Take him on a walk if you can, if he's not pulling you everywhere. Make sure you know how to walk your dog, and they do not sniff or eliminate anywhere else. The next step is show him where he's going to sleep. Do not give a dog freedom in the house. I never give dogs freedom in my house for at least 2 months. When I say freedom, they always have a leash on them when they're in the house, and they have to follow me. They go with me everywhere. If I can't be with the dog's in the crate. That's the bottom line. If I can't teach this beautiful puppy what it needs to, if I can't teach this beautiful dog what it needs to know so it has a clear understanding, it's not fair if you suddenly let the puppy loose in the house and it jumps on your furniture and you yell no. He doesn't know what that means yet. So you never do corrections unless you've taught the dog and really know that the dog knows it. So we shape the behavior first through just luring and marking what we do like the dog. Like I can mark that, yes, because he fell over. He fell over and he laid down. I marked it. I handed him a treat. But I marked it with a yes, a high-pitched yes, and the odds are he'll rehearse this again or he'll stay in this position to get another treat. Then later, I called it a down. I mean, literally, like I said, this is just day 4. Then I gave it a word. So don't move into obedience too fast because you'll ruin the relationship with a dog. Make sure you build a good relationship first with the puppy or dog. It doesn't matter the age. I work with all ages. Let's just try not to have a problem if we start out properly. So we'll walk again. I'll do the luring. Here's my hand. Watch what he does. He's digging, and I'm going to mark it. Yes, right where I like it. See my hand? Yes. I mark it right where his head's where I like it, and you'll get a natural heel. So luring is one of the main keys that layers later and later and all kinds of things to touch, to place, and you got to get your luring technique down. So anyhow, when you get a dog, please take the time to build the relationship. Don't force no's. Don't yell at the dog until you know you've taught that dog. No dog should hear a loud, no and, or anything like that, but I mean, we're human. She did name him, but remember, their names are only a positive association. It's no different. Their name is just a sound that they should come to. But if you start demanding their name and yelling at their name and saying, Fido, Fido, come, the dog's eventually going to associate that sound with a negative, and that's not a good thing. So enjoy your pup. Yeah. I did not correct him for getting up because that wouldn't be fair. He's just learning this. I do an oops. Again, this is just the morning of day 4. Oops. Oops. Nope. And all I'm doing is making it uncomfortable for him. And it's hot here these mornings, so we got to get done fast. So in his case, nope. Don't go too far. Nope. And I work on this because it's similar to the crate. Nope. Just teaching him patience to control his impulses. Okay. Here. Good job. Good job. All right, that's all I got right now for Max. Like I said, build the relationship. Don't start out yelling in the relationship. Be a good teacher. Let's go.